If transition services potentially provided or paid for by non-school agencies or programs will be discussed or planned during the IEP meeting, representatives of these agencies need to be invited to attend the transition IEP meeting to participate in planning discussions. However, before the outside agency representatives can be invited, parent or student consent, if the child is over the age of majority, will need to be obtained. Typically, these agencies are the Department of Rehabilitation Services, DRS, Career Tech, the Disability Service Person from the desired post-school education agency, someone from the Future Independent Living Center, or employment agency. When students with disabilities reach the age of majority, which is typically 18 years of age, all educational rights previously held by the parents transfer to the students, as occurs for all students. The Board of Directors of the Council for Exceptional Children, Division on Autism and Developmental Disabilities, supports the transfer of rights to students and suggests that prior to this occurring, students need to be taught and provided opportunities to become self-determined. Simply because a student turns 18 does not mean parents cannot continue to be involved in their IEP meetings. Parents are still invited to the meetings as a courtesy. I only had one student who demanded his parents not be present at the IEP meeting because he's 18, he's a man. Knowledge is power and sometimes used against you when your students are well educated on their rights. Yes, I did call his mother to let her know of his decision. If a student is married, the rights are transferred regardless of age. In Oklahoma, it is legal to be married at age 16 with parent permission. By age 18, one of my married students asked me if I was afraid I would be too old to have kids by the time I finally got married. That poor girl failed my class. I'm just kidding, she didn't fail. There are multiple reasons some people might want to conserve guardianship. Many of these are financial. A family might be afraid their child with low cognitive ability might be the cosigner of any loan someone asks them to sign. They might not want the student to be able to sign up for every credit card offer online. Others may not feel the student is capable of making any decisions for themselves. Conserving guardianship is a court process and can take 2 weeks or 2 years depending on the situation. This is why we must inform parents of the age of majority with plenty of notice before it happens. There are different types of guardians, and some are only granted a few rights. If guardians have been granted only a few rights, the remaining rights belong to the person with a disability. Guardians, however, cannot prevent a person from getting married or force a person to have an abortion without additional court proceedings. These regulations may seem very self-explanatory, yet disagreements have occurred between family members and schools. My husband is an attorney, and he says anyone can sue anyone else at any time. That doesn't mean they're going to win. We, as educators, need to understand what is required of us and do our jobs to the best of our ability. Can we still be taken to court for doing our best? Sure. As long as we have done our jobs, we will be okay. We must provide a free and appropriate education, not the best education. If the child needs transportation, we have school buses. The family may present reasons why a limo would be better suited for their child, but we are to ensure what is appropriate. Take the following quiz to discover how courts ruled in the following cases. This is not for a grade. Just test your knowledge based on the facts you have learned.